Welcome, ladies and gents. This is Salamancer, and you are watching Sal TV, bringing you another match in the Excello Bigfoot TF2 Challenge's final round between Dignitas and Team Epsilon. Dignitas, the Finnish guys, and of course Team Epsilon, the European All-Star League, or All-Star team. But we are seeing so far Epsilon getting some pretty big kills here. Mafu and Hawks both down. That's going to be a Demo Man and a Soldier for Dignitas, and they have apparently lost a Scout as well now. Nox here, actually, basically everybody on Epsilon is taking a lot of damage, but Dignitas having to fall back here nonetheless. They only have their Medic and their Soldier. I think, they may have realized they did a lot of damage, but they just said, well, we don't want to lose our Medic here, don't want to lose that Uber that we have, because then we would give them a huge advantage. Actually, F2 did die during that mid-fight, so Dignitas has a big Uber advantage, and once they get their damage classes set up and ready to go here, I think they're going to be able to push in. They're going to Uber straight onto that point, and they should be able to go capture mid, hopefully. The Jackal here getting some heals on his scouts to make sure they can be aggressive, and then he's going to push in and Uber, I think, as late as possible here with his team. Let's see if Epsilon, Epsilon's doing the right thing here. They're spamming in as much as possible, trying to deal some good long-range damage with that Demo Man and force the enemy to pop their Uber. Now, the longer Dignitas waits to try and get in and Uber into the enemy, the more likely Epsilon is to have that 100%. Oh, they did force the pop back here. Well done for Epsilon. Looks like gear is down, but the Uber advantage situation has been reversed. Epsilon now has 100% Uber, so they are going to be able to push in. Oh no, their Uber is forced. So what am I talking about? Looks like both teams just getting Ubers forced all over the place. And right now, even though they have the Uber, they've finally gotten that Demo Man up to stop the capture here. But he's taking now a lot of damage from the Soldier. And F2 has gotten knocked down as well. So Dignitas here coming out, looks like to an early lead. Epsilon has gotten wiped out. Punpoo needs to get healed up there, but it looks like everybody's pretty much going to get healed, and they're just going to push into last before Epsilon can do anything about it. Oh, look at that. Well done by Mafu to just set those stickies up right there. Didn't quite manage to get the kills that he needed to, but he did a lot of damage, and the rest of his team fell into the point. Dignitas ends up winning round 1 against Epsilon here on Badlands. So both of these European teams here are just at the very, very tip-top level of play, and I have loved every game I've cast from these guys so far, so this has been no exception so far. We're going to watch this mid-fight here and see just how well each team does at their positioning. The spam coming down here, pill spam, they're coming very quickly, dealing a heck of a lot of damage, actually, from Mafu, but Mafu's taking a lot of damage himself from the Soldiers coming up, and now it is looking like it's Epsilon's turn to get a little bit aggressive here. Even though they have a player disadvantage right now, they held a very aggressive position for a very long time, trying to knock out as much as they could, and it worked. Dignitas is down to only a Soldier and a Demo left, but looks like they're going to manage to get... no, they are not. Very, very well-aimed spam coming in here from Epsilon is going to force the Uber for Dignitas, and I don't like this play. They did manage... Okay, there they go. They managed to force the Uber from F2 and then drop back out here, but they may still lose their Medic. He's dropping around to the right side of house into the valley. No, okay, so it looks like the Jackal is going to survive. He's going to live to fight another day, while Epsilon here has lost a player right now. Nox is still down, and now Epsilon, even though they've capped mid, is losing players left and right here. Extreme are very, very close to death. Manages to escape that spam just barely. One little scout meat shot or something would take him out, but looks like he's gotten back now and gotten just enough heals from his Medic to be okay. So yeah, the power of the Medic on show here, on display. We watched that Demo Man really should have died there, but the Medic F2 just kept him alive. Barely above like 10 HP that entire time to back out, and that means he's going to be able to spam all those stickies down and deal a lot of damage for that much longer. It's an excellent way to keep your team alive, healing them. It really works. So that is, of course, why the Medic is crucial to every single game. And so, yeah, there you go. F2 having to run back there. Nox ends up going down, but Dignitas, yeah, it looks like they're going to cap Spire once again. The Uber does get popped by Epsilon. I think it was kind of a premature pop there, because now we're going to have Dignitas with the 100% advantage. F2 is already down, and so yeah, that Uber just goes ahead and gets popped right now, and wow, Extremer down, so Dignitas has Cookie up there trying to heal. He has called out that there is a flank attempt going on behind the Medic, and look at that, they don't even care. They're just like, screw it, get the Demo Man on the point, and he will capture everything. So well done to Mafu, who has, I think, been the pivotal player in both of those 2 points for Dignitas so far. Yeah, Dignitas here at an early 2-0 lead in the Excello Bigfoot TF2 Challenge. And yes, these guys are playing for hardware. They're playing for Bigfoot Killer Network cards, I do believe. And yes, these games were cast by Martin. They were cast by the Vanilla TV crew. So loving to watch all of their casts. I always enjoy the Vanilla TV casts, and you guys should too. Go check them out on Vanilla TF2. Yeah, Dignitas here getting out to kind of an early lead there. They knocked out Extremer, so a lot of damage potential is gone for Epsilon. The problem is it's not all the damage potential. They've still got some very aggressive soldiers, and the scouts are just doing so much work for them right now. Shocky getting around behind and knocking out the Jackal. No, it was actually Gear knocking out the Jackal. My bad, but Shocky dealing a lot of damage himself. Oh, Shocky manages to knock Cookie out of the air there with that scattergun. And I swear I've like seen this game before. Have I? I think I've seen this game before. Anyway, Dignitas against Epsilon here, though. Playing for all the marbles. This is the grand final, so whoever wins this game, I'm pretty sure is going to go, and I may have the games in like reverse order, but whoever wins this game, probably going to go ahead and win the entire grand finals. So it's all down to this Badlands match. CP Badlands, like one of the most common stock maps to play on. Just a lot of fun and pretty well balanced for 6v6 play. I don't know if Valve realized that was what's going to happen, but that's exactly what's happened. Epsilon getting in here, and the cap is going to go down. So very well done to Epsilon to bring it to 2-1 right now. And that's going to kind of stymie the aggressiveness from Dignitas just a little bit. Team Dignitas here came out to that early lead. Now Epsilon has put a point on the board. They only have 1 point deficit, and there is about 23 minutes left. So anything can happen in this game, guys. They play to a win difference of 5, or they just play to 30 minutes total. Whoever has the most caps at the end of that wins. Epsilon here right now, it is looks like they're pushing out through the valley rollout, while Dignitas taking the safe route through the house and keeping themselves covered as they get out there. But Dignitas, wow, coming into a very early lead here. Good positioning. Nox is the only one left alive right now for Epsilon, trying to chase down the medic, and he does manage to get him. Knocks out a Jackal. So with his last breath, he manages to knock that rocket straight into the Jackal, blow him into the wall, and turn him into a bunch of tiny little giblets, which pretty much is going to make Dignitas not very happy about their chances of pushing all the way to last. F2 is going to get his Uber just a little bit faster than the Jackal does. And I think they're going to know that. The question is whether they can actually push out and be effective in pushing into this Spire area. I'm not entirely sure if they can, because to be perfectly honest, if they, for any reason, try to push out here and leave their last point, Dignitas could just send a scout in and get a back cap, and that could just be so bad for Epsilon. So they're actually playing very far forward right now, though. They are in their own upper lobby area. I don't think there are any enemies in the lower lobby. So yeah, pretty much everybody from Dignitas is standing on the Spire right now, kind of waiting for Epsilon to push into them. Yeah, these Uber advantages here. Really, there isn't an advantage. There's not a lot of very not a lot of difference between the two, and so of course you're not going to see one team pushing in, being invincible, and the other team not being able to do anything about it. No. Epsilon here, though, still managing to hold the upper lobby, and that's not a very common hold location, at least not in the North American scene that I have seen. Typically you see teams just fall all the way back into their last, but no, Epsilon has said, screw it, guys, we're just going to sit here and cover all the entrances pretty much. Yeah, they're even watching all the battlements entrances, so good for them to sit here and try to defend as much as possible. Problem is, Gear has gone down now, and they've only traded a scout for that. And now Nox has gone down as well, so Epsilon having to fall back here. They've lost 2 players, and those players are on 15-second respawn timers, so that is not good for them. Himsy's going to get up a lot faster and be able to come help. Shocky here just kind of avoiding some of that damage, but the Uber has come in now for Dignitas. It's been countered at this point by Epsilon, so Epsilon here has had their Uber forced as well, but that means Dignitas actually has just a 10% or so advantage. Not even 10% yet, but F2 is actually not healing anybody right now. And oh no, Epsilon losing a lot of players right here. There goes the capture for Dignitas to put it up to 3-1 against Team Epsilon. So that was just that last round there. Really well done by Team Dignitas they pushed the Uber in, and then they kind of backed out. They said, okay, the Uber didn't do as much damage as we hoped, but as they were backing out with their medic and their demo man, they just kept dealing damage with the rest of their team, knocking out Team Epsilon one at a time, and they said, oh wait, now it's 6-3. I guess let's just push in. No need for an Uber, because 6-3 is a good position for us to be in. Nox and Quad both gone down right now. Hawks in turn has been taken down. Lots of aggressive jumping here. Blue team definitely standing on top of their crates and holding them very well. Epsilon has lost a lot of players right now, and F2 has nobody to heal, so he's dropping back. Meanwhile, Dignitas, though, taking the middle point once again, and so it looks like Dignitas has just been very superior so far on these mid-fights on CP Badlands, doing an excellent job. I'm not going to spoil the other game, but I will say that Epsilon, at the very least, seemed to win more mid-fights on Snakewater, so go check out that Snakewater game. Dignitas here, though, showing us that the mid-fights on Badlands are all about Team Dignitas. We do have Oh, a forced pop there by Epsilon. Good pop before he took a lot of damage from that scout, so he's trying to keep his team alive here and stop the enemy from capturing Spire. But the problem is he only had the one soldier and scout out there against the entire team of Dignitas, and so Dignitas just says, okay, we're going to hold on to our Uber, no problem, just back off a little bit. Now they're capturing Spire, and they have 100% Uber advantage, so I think we're going to see Dignitas once again pushing into last year with that 100%. They should be just fine here. I don't see how Epsilon can really hold this off at this point unless they get some kind of crazy medic picks. Let's watch the medic here just for a little bit. Make sure the Jackal does not end up dying to some like crazy scout action or sniper or something. But there is a sniper right now. The Uber is popped for Dignitas. It's popped just a little bit early. I think there's still a couple of stickies on the point, and look at this, Epsilon still holding that high ground and doing a very good job of it. As the Uber fades, the Jackal actually goes down, so Dignitas has lost 3 members right now, lost 4. Hawk's standing around behind the point, and he is taking way too much damage here. Does get away so far, so he's kind of on the upper ground here, but he's just only got 40 health left, and there he goes. Epsilon now going to try and push out here. They're going to send Quad over to try to capture the Spire, but as a scout on Spire, look at this, a soldier already jumping up there, and being a scout on Spire, that's just not where you want to be. Soldiers are going to beat you up there 90% of the time because of their superior air mobility. You know, it's like watching Shaquille O'Neal dunk on somebody like me. It's just I have no chance against that. So we've got Epsilon here. They are getting a really forward hold once again, and they've knocked out Himsy. Epsilon actually Ubered, and I completely missed it, but now they've got Extremer standing up here as well. And having that demo man up there means that if anybody tries to jump up into him, he will probably air pipe them in the face, and that is never a fun thing to happen to you. So wow, a complete clean wipe there against Dignitas for Epsilon. Epsilon pushing back out to take the mid, and they are down in points right now. It is 3-1, but Epsilon has 18 minutes left to recover that deficit. That's exactly what they want to do. So far they have at least a 50% Uber advantage. They are going to push out and cap Spire, I think, very quickly. Let's just see here. There is kind of a sneaky scout here. Himsy was hanging out, but he has been spotted. And now with the Demo Man coming up there and knocking him out, that's going to mean that Epsilon can get up there and cap Spire just no problem. So they actually already had a soldier briefly standing up there on the battlements just to push Dignitas back into their base. And Dignitas here is not doing the same thing that Epsilon did. Dignitas just kind of falling all the way back to last. Now the difference, of course, is that Epsilon has the Uber, so they're just pushing straight in. There's nothing Dignitas can really do about that. But Hawks goes down right away, so does the Jackal, and I think that's going to be it. 2 scouts left up. They're doing a lot of work right now. It's probably not going to be enough, but I don't want to call anything early. Only a Demo Man and a scout left here. Nox manages to take out the scout. Demo Man takes out the medic, though. Nox takes out the Demo Man, and so, wow, everybody is spawning right now for Dignitas, so, wow, yeah, Nox doing a great job here for Epsilon. I believe he was a recent addition to Team Epsilon, a new starter for them, and it's good to see him doing a heck of a lot of work for that team because he is just a superior soldier to just about anybody out there. Excellently done so far for both of these teams. It is 2-3 right now, and Team Epsilon pushing out once again to the mid-fight. There's already a lot of damage coming down, and Stickies right there where the medic wants to walk out, so that's of course a very, very common location for those stickies. Red team was all walking through the house. F2 doing some extremely good spam dodging there. There was some very, very aggressive play by Hawks, but he ended up going down, did not manage to kill that medic, and so of course the problem with that is that now Epsilon has 100% Uber advantage once again. Let's find Mafu here. He is having to fall back into his cabinet, and yeah, he goes ahead and swaps out to just another class so he can get back to the rest of his team. But yeah, did not manage to kill just about anything there. So everybody from Epsilon is up right now. It looks like Dignitas wants to make kind of a play for this. They know there's only a scout up there, so they're going to have Hawks jump right over. Good jump by the scout, but actually an air shot in midair by Hawks. Holy crap, guys. Oh, that's got to be a moment of glory. I'm quite sure that that air shot was beautiful. So Epsilon popping their Uber just now. The Jackal's still trying to build his up. Cookie was standing up there trying to delay the capture as long as possible. Let's see if we can't find the Jackal here. Punpoo is getting back to the last point so he can defend that. Now Dignitas has the Uber advantage, but they have a severe player disadvantage right now. They've got 2 players still respawning, and so they're trying to build that Uber up as fast as possible. So they don't want to have to use it yet. They want to push back out into their upper lobby and try and stop Epsilon. But Epsilon is already pushing in, dealing a lot of damage here, and should be able to knock out at least one player. No, Nox and Quad are both down right now. Dignitas keeping all 6 up, and there goes Gear as well. Extremer and his medic are falling way the hell back. They do not want to deal with that entire Dignitas team anymore. Just, you know, I don't want to play with these toys. You know, you can have them now. We'll take them back later. That's kind of what they're saying. Good spam coming down onto Punpoo here. He's taking a little bit of damage, and oh, good jump there by who is Extremer to get up there and finished off Punpu. Punpu took a lot of damage and just fell off and cratered there into the ground. Himsy there tried to just run straight in and deal some damage to F2. F2 did take like one meat shot there, and oh, he's down to like 30 health. Did force that pop really, really early, so well done by Mafu to get out there and try to kill the medic. He didn't kill him, but did force that pop, so well done. Dignitas, though, 4 players up right now, and they are all... Oh, no, they're not lit up. Okay, my bad. I thought they were all really, really hurt, but it looks like they're actually doing okay. Cookie's taking a lot of damage, though. He could go down any moment, and we're just watching the point here to see... looks like Epsilon actually has the high ground, which is, of course, never a good situation for the defenders when the enemy is in the high ground in your own base. Looks like, oh, this scout, can he get... Oh, gets shoveled to death by Nox. So Nox has just been stepping it up this game. Looks like Epsilon brought it up to 3-3 against Team Dignitas. So let's get the Mafu cam here. Mafu, one of the world's greatest demo men. So we're going to see him. And of course, Extremer, no slouch either. These guys are both like the world's greatest demo men. We are seeing both of them get there just about even timings, and they both came out of the house, so kind of a symmetrical rollout there. But we do have a very, very aggressive soldier jump over here on the right-hand side by Dignitas, and it's paying dividends so far. Hawks has gone down, but he's dealt a lot of damage now, and Dignitas here is pushing out really far forward, taking the middle fight once again. So Epsilon, the only people left are F2 and his demo man, his pocket demo Extremer, and they're having to fall all the way back to last point just to make sure they do not die. The last thing they want to do is lose that Uber charge that they have, because that would just let Dignitas steamroll in here with invincible players and capture the last point. So they're going to have to give up the second, but they will have an Uber for the last. And what they want to do, if they can, is get one of their players out there just to go force the enemy medic to pop really, really early. Right now, both teams do have the 100%, so Dignitas is just going to sit up here and wait for their moment to push in. They're going to try and get some kind of a kill or deal some kind of a damage. They just want some advantage before they push in, is the point. Because if they do not have that advantage and they push in, then they're going to be really hard pressed. They have to pop the Uber first. Looks like that may be what they do anyway. No, they've sent a scout in here just to try to deal some damage, and he has dealt a little bit, but that's going to get healed up very, very quickly. So they sent one scout in. He kind of suicided. Now, that suicide may have also been to... We're going to have to see whether Himsy goes on to, like, Sniper or something. So here we go, Dignitas. No, he is staying as the scout. So Dignitas is going to just take a little bit of damage sitting here in the upper lobby here while they wait for their scout to get back. And then they are going to push in probably as soon as the scout gets here. Yeah, they're going up the right-hand side once again. We've seen this happen quite a bit from both of these teams, actually. They like to push in that right side instead of pushing in the center. But no, here we go. They're rotating back around. They're saying, okay, too many sticky traps over there on the right side. They know we're coming this way. So once they know that we're coming, they can kind of shift over and focus all the damage to us. Better to rotate back and not let them know which way we're going to attack. Of course, they are in the upper lobby area right now. They Uber the scout in first. They want to get those scouts in, deal a heck of a lot of damage, and that's what they do. Epsilon's gear has gone down right away. They are backing out now. Gear is dead, but so is Cookie. Pretty much everybody else from Dignitas is backing out. They're saying, okay, that was kind of a failed push. The damage classes, I'm surprised the damage classes didn't go in there and get Ubered first. You don't usually see those scouts go in, but good damage coming down here by Mafu, making F2 really, really weak right now. So if anything, Dignitas wants to push in here and press that advantage that they have. No Ubers for either team, but Dignitas has a 20% advantage because they force the enemy to pop just a little bit later. Actually, and that could have been what they were intending to do as well, was they wanted to push in the Uber really early and then get the scouts in there, force the enemy medic to pop, and then back out. So you saw that's exactly what they did, and that could have been planned. Just to make the enemy medic pop a lot later and therefore have an Uber disadvantage, which is exactly what's happening right now. They are invincible, pushing in. F2 manages to just barely stay alive there, got a target to heal, and so he's going to have his Uber to Jackal. Oh my gosh, what a... Oh, unfortunate push there for Dignitas. They lost everybody. Epsilon just managing to, even without the Uber, barely stay alive there and get so many frags. Extremer dropping stickies on that last point in case somebody goes and tries to stand on it, but look at how close that is to capping. There could be a back cap at any moment here. Cookie going spy. We're going to have to see what he does here with the... and of course he can't use anything except the normal Invis Watch, getting very, very close to getting spotted there, and here he goes. Is he going to... Where's he going to decloak? This is going to be super interesting to see whether he can actually... Oh, he doesn't want to... Can he kill the medic? No! Just at the last moment, Gear turns around and says, yeah, let's not let that spy do anything at all. So, man, that sucks. It was so close to getting such a huge, beautiful pick. But now, Quad has knocked out the Jackal. So, amazing work here by the scouts of Dignitas. And the scouts of Epsilon, really. It was the Epsilon scouts, of course, from Quad especially, who ran out and got that kill as Dignitas' medic was retreating. Wow, just excellent stuff. So Epsilon now getting popped into the air, and it looks like F2 was taken out by Mafu. So Mafu, very well done there. He is the only man down for Dignitas right now, and Dignitas going to be able to successfully hold here. They are going to have a little bit of an uber advantage because Mafu came out with the desperation play and managed to knock out F2. So F2 is just now getting picked up again by Gear. They're going to walk out to the second point, to the spire out there, and then once they feel like they've, gets the kill on Himsy, but Himsy manages to take out Extremer. Extremer probably killed himself there with a sticky, just trying to knock out that scout that was chasing after him. So that's no fun, and that means Epsilon here with a player disadvantage, a damage disadvantage once again, is really playing far back, really far back. Dignitas pushing out here, and are they pushing out though? Actually, they would actually be pushing into a sniper. And that's no good. I don't think they realize it yet, but if they were to push out, they could get sniped very quickly. And so Epsilon, with the 100% Uber, they are trying to deal a lot of damage down over here. Extremer, though, Gear and Nox all taken out very quickly here. The Uber is popped for Dignitas. Epsilon has counter-popped his as well, but oh no! A bat cap there by Epsilon. Who was that who got that cap? That was Shocky getting around for the bat cap just as Dignitas pushed out, and that is the danger of pushing out from your last point. If you don't keep account of where every single one of those enemy players is, they can sneak around behind you and get the bat cap. So very well done here by Epsilon. They were all the way back at their last and defended it successfully, pushed so hard and got the bat cap to secure that win. So Dignitas has their work cut out for them. They've only got about 6 minutes left here after this mid-fight is over to try to capture, but Epsilon just says, haha, nope.avi. Dignitas here, complete clean wipe by Epsilon. Wow. So Epsilon so far looking like they may have this game actually in the bag, because Dignitas has lost everybody at that mid-fight. They were trying to be very aggressive, and it just didn't work for them. They really wanted to bring this to a tie, but no, I think that's going to be it. Epsilon here doing a very good Gear, doing a lot of damage there for his team, and he did end up going down, but Mafu at only 20 health right now, getting healed up, but oh no, why are you out here, soldier? You could have taken a lot of damage, and still can. Hawks and Cookie have both gone down. The Uber has come in to the point here. Dignitas doing everything they can to try to stop this, but only Mafu and Himsy are left alive. Quad taken out. Himsy and Mafu nowhere to be seen, so that is 3-5. What a quick capture time there by Epsilon, showing that just about anything is possible, of course, but I think Dignitas has probably lost this game, and they were out to such an early lead. I mean, they had a huge, it was not an insurmountable lead, of course, but they had a huge point lead early in this game, and they've just managed to squander it so far. But Epsilon, I mean, I don't want to just say it was Dignitas' fault for losing it, because Epsilon has stepped it up and played extremely well. Mafu's gone down right now, so has Nox, though. Cookie taking out Nox and Himsy, so Scout double team there. We've got Hawks going down to Quad, and lots of kills coming down for the Dignitas team, so they could be able to, because they have knocked out F2, they could be able to push this to a 4-5 situation. It's 3-5 right now, 6 minutes left. Anything can happen, guys. Dignitas could come back from this 3-5 deficit and tie it up. That's what I want to see. But they're going to have the work cut out for them. They've got 5 against 4 right now. Jackal not really checking his flanks too much. He's letting his team do that for him, but he's got to be very careful here not to get flanked. That's the last thing they want right now. Watching that spam, though, very carefully as it comes out to them. And we've got scouts jumping all over the spire. I'm sorry, soldiers and scouts jumping all over the spire. And wow, Epsilon with an extremely aggressive hold on the spire here, despite the fact that they are down in the Uber situation. They have managed to kill 2 players, Punpoo and Cookie so far, but Nox, Quad, Shocky are all down right now, and Epsilon's F2 and Extremer are the only ones left. Oh, interesting jump there by Mafu. I like that. He wanted to make sure there was no sticky trap there, or if there was a sticky trap, that it just wasn't going to hit him. So he actually sticky jumped through the door, and now the Uber comes in to the last point. Shouldn't have any trouble capping this. That's going to bring it to 4-5, guys. Very close game so far. Dignitas could bring this back into a 5-5 situation, and if they, if neither team ends up winning decisively, I think they will go to a golden cap situation. So incredibly intense game so far. Dignitas is going to have to win this mid-fight, though. They don't have a lot of time left on the clock to bring it up to 5-5. So we will just have to see how the mid-fight goes for each team, and both of them rolling out roughly at the same time here. It looks like the safer rollout was taken for Epsilon. No, they've taken the Valley rollout, so it looks like they want to be really aggressive here. And it's working out so far. Hawks is down. Epsilon has lost, though, Gear, and now F2's taking a lot of damage. Mafu down. F2 is down, though. And looking like only 2 players left alive, Nox and Extremer, but it's just going to be the Jackal and his 2 scouts there. The scouts are doing a lot of work, though. Himsy with only 11 health, but Nox here with only 2 gets taken down. So Dignitas has wiped out Epsilon once again, and they have 100% Uber advantage. How much time do they have left on the clock? They've got 5 minutes right now to capture this and get all the way into last with their 100% advantage. Hopefully they can do that and bring it to a 5-5. This would be amazing as one of the grand finals matches for the Excello Bigfoot TF2 Challenge. And of course, this is already over. This was casted live like a month ago or so, but these are just some incredible games, and I had to get them out on YouTube because this was some amazing stuff. So we've got Dignitas pushing in. They do have that 100% Uber advantage, but is Epsilon going to be able to do anything about this? They've got a sniper out right now. Shocky was actually playing Spy, but gets found out, so that's going to be one player down here for Team Epsilon, and that means that Dignitas is going to push in very quickly here. They've already popped the Uber, having a little bit of difficulty getting in through the door because of all this splash damage coming down. And there goes Hawks right away. Lots and lots of kills coming down for both sides, but only 3 left, up 2 left now. It's just Mafu into Jackal. Can they knock out Epsilon's F2 and Gear? No, they cannot. They are backing off, and that means Epsilon actually has a significant Uber advantage. So Epsilon doing a very, very great job of holding on to their last point when everything seemed lost. It is 4-5 right now, and Dignitas with the Uber disadvantage having to fall back. They may even lose the spot. And that's just going to mean so much more time put on the clock that they may not be able to capture. They only really have one more chance, I think, to do this successfully, to push into Epsilon and capture that last point, put it up to 5-5. Epsilon with 100% right now. Where are they? I'm spitting all over my keyboard right now because this is such an exciting game and I cannot stop talking about it. But Epsilon, no, they're sitting very, very far back. They do not want to make any sort of mistake here or take high risks. They just want Dignitas to push into them. Because they've got a very, very highly defensive setup right now. They've got the heavy standing on the point. They really do not want to take the risk of a back cap and a risk of a 5-5 situation, so they are playing as defensively as possible. But wow, Shocky goes down so fast to Himsy and Punpu that the heavy is down immediately, and only Cookie down right now. Extremer's already down. Dignitas doing a very, very, very good job pushing in here, and everybody from Epsilon is on the low ground right now. But where is Dignitas? They've only got one soldier up there on the high ground, and he has gone down. Only one man left right now. Quad is trying to defend as best he can, but no, that's going to be it. That's going to be 5-5. Dignitas versus Epsilon. 2 minutes and 45 seconds left in the game, and it is tied up. So this could go to a golden cap situation. It's going to be amazing. Amazing game, guys. Dignitas versus Epsilon here. Let's get the Extremer cam making these wicked hard jumps here, getting out to mid as fast as possible to deal his damage and to start zoning out his enemy team. Wow, this is like one of the most intense games I have ever cast, and I am not lying about this. They are playing for all the marbles right now. Everything is on the table. Epsilon getting pushed back here into their house. That's not where they want to be, so their soldier says, no, let's just kind of try to get back out there, make sure we don't give up all the ground. Dignitas, very, very hurt right now, trying to keep as many of their team alive as possible. The Jackal doing a very good job on the heels, and it looks like Epsilon has lost this mid-fight. They are falling very, very far back here. They would rather it go to a golden cap at this point after having lost that mid-fight. They're just going to play super conservative and make sure they don't lose their last point. That would be the last thing they want, because that would mean game over, and it would go, I think, it may go to Dignitas. Good kills here coming in, though, for looked like Quad ran in and stopped Himsy, but Himsy managed to knock out Extremer, so no Demo Man on the point means that Dignitas may be aggressive right now and push in. They might try to end this, but no, the Jackal gets taken out by a headshot from Quad. Dignitas pushing in here and failing utterly because they missed that Uber. Finally, a headshot working out there for the snipers, so we've got Dignitas here in a very, very bad situation now. 100% Uber advantage here for F2, and that means Epsilon going to push out here. No back cap attempts are going to really work here for Dignitas, so I think Gear is, yeah, here we, oh, I was going to say he was going to go get that cap, but got to kill Mafu first. Well done to Gear to just knock Mafu up into the wall, and so is Himsy down as well, so Team Epsilon definitely going to be able to take over Spire. Can they push all the way back, though, in about 2 minutes, because I'm not sure. This may end up going to a golden cap. A golden cap, of course, is... it's just another 15-minute round, and whoever gets the first capture wins. I'm pretty sure that's how that works. If I am wrong, my stream will correct me, but wow, guys, 5-5 right now, and Epsilon has fallen back to their last. They couldn't quite capture Spire, so Dignitas gets one more chance to push in here. 40 seconds left on the clock, so Dignitas is going to have one Uber here. This is it. Whether they win is going to be right here, right now. Can they win the game, or is it going to go to a tiebreaker golden cap round? Oh, pop that Uber early. There's actually no sniper here. They've got a Pyro up, though, and is that Pyro going to be able to air blast? Yeah, looks like he is. Air blasting, doing a very, very good job of keeping Dignitas completely shut down here. Lots and lots damage coming in now by Mafu, but Mafu gets taken out, and where is Jackal? He is not where he wants to be, trying to get on that point and capture it, but that's going to be it. Looks like it will go to a golden cap rise, so this game tied so far between Dignitas and Epsilon, one of the coolest games I have cast yet. Stalemate, and they're calling GG. I'm not sure if there actually is going to be a golden cap round, or if these guys are just going to leave, so we will find out. And we are back. There is a golden cap round, so I am extremely excited to see who wins this, and I think Extremer is extremely excited as well. We're going to watch his rollout here, but the way this works is they've added 10 minutes to the clock, so whoever is in possession of the middle point by the end of that 10 minutes wins, or whoever caps all the way back to the enemy's last point first will win the game. It all comes down to this final round. That is what we all love to see. Epsilon has initially seemed like they've lost this mid-fight. They're taking a lot of damage. Extremer down to 1 health right now, and he is having to fall back through his house. Noct here trying to deal as much damage as possible. Both soldiers actually, and both medics have gone down, so an already extremely brutal mid-fight. Both teams losing a heck of a lot of health, but it looks like Dignitas just barely getting the advantage here. Cookie, though, taking a heck of a lot of damage on top of those crates, but just managing to force Team Epsilon back and back. So there you go. Midpoint initially captured to Dignitas. The Ubers are reset, and so Mafu here trying to get out to the midpoint right now to make sure they hold it properly. They've got to get there before Epsilon realizes that there's something up and the entire enemy team is down. So Epsilon looks like they want to set up a hold here. Decently far forward. They want to make sure that their team can delay the push from Dignitas as long as possible. Nice little sticky trap there. I'm not even sure if that'll hit anybody, but as they're walking around this corner, of course, difficult to see that up there. So yeah, I'm sure they have practiced this, so I'm sure that'll hit someone. It would be like really stupid if Mafu didn't know how to play sticky traps, and of course he is like the highest level demo man in the world, or one of them, so he does know how to place those. However, it looks like our friend Nox down here actually checked it out and said, no, you know what? I see what you're doing there, demo man. Trying to be sneaky. Well, here comes the Uber for Epsilon, and it looks like the Jackal has popped his as well. Both these medics here doing a very good job of Ubering exactly who needs it whenever they need it. So it's always fun to see how the Ubers play out because there are basically no mistakes made by the medics at this high level of play, or if there are mistakes made, they are just so few and far between that it's a huge event when one happens. But look at this, Dignitas, even though they've lost a Jackal so far, they're being very, very aggressive here onto Spire, and they really want to find the medic back here, but it looks like F2 is going to be just fine. He is in the danger zone, he's weak, but with everybody from Dignitas taken out, I think Epsilon may actually run back and capture mid. They've got the Uber advantage right now, so they may be able to cap it, and where's Dignitas? It looks like they are having to fall back. Let's find the Jackal and his pocket demo man. They are starting to spam out onto the midpoint, but look at how much damage Mafu just took from that. So they are having to fall back real fast here. Yeah, get out of there. You do not want to be caught in that house, not at all. So the Jackal getting back to the gray bridge here. And here we go. They are preparing to defend this time around, whereas they were pushing into second. Now they're having to defend fourth. And of course, that would be the fourth from Epsilon's point of view anyway. But yeah, Team Epsilon actually pushing in through the house, so they're probably going to Uber. Here it comes right now. No, not pushing through the house. They push around through the valley, so a very, very sneaky move by Epsilon. And Epsilon just goes for flanks with their medic and their core all the time. I love watching this team. They are so tactically minded. We've got, now everybody basically from Dignitas has died right now. That means F2's got a little bit of an Uber advantage. Mafu trying to stop that cap as much as he can. He does manage to knock out Shocky, but then he goes down himself. Everybody from Epsilon except for Shocky is alive right now. They're having to get that capture though, and the longer they wait to get the cap down, the longer it's going to be. But it looks like they may be able to capture last real fast here, and that, oh, so close to getting that capture, but it's not going to happen quite yet. Dignitas is saying, no guys, we're still in this. We've got to win. We're in it to win it. So Dignitas here barely holding on with like a half a second left on that last point. Epsilon could not quite manage to cap it, but they still have just a 20% Uber advantage, so as soon as their players get in there, I think they're going to be ready to push in with the Uber and maybe secure the game here in the grand finals of the Bigfoot TF2 Challenge. I know I've said that quite a bit, but that is the league we are watching, and I don't really know anything about the league other than it was played like a month ago, and it was played for some hardware, so both of these teams here, good for them for getting up there and just playing at the highest level. But here comes the Uber, dealing a lot of damage, and the Jackal goes down before he gets his Uber up to 100%, so I think that's going to be it. Epsilon actually lost Extremer right away, but there they go. Epsilon wins the game 6-5 in a golden cap situation, the first golden cap I have ever cast. Extremely happy to be doing that, guys. So this has been Salamancer, and what an incredible game. So tell all your friends about this one. I am going to sign out.